Hello everyone. So right now we are into summer and this is one of the very important phase of one's academic journey. Nowadays we will see many top recruiters and companies visiting the campus and to find the suitable candidate or best fit who can adjust in their multiple setting roles and in their esteemed organization. So during this entire process, till the time you are not interacting directly with the recruiters, your mode of communication will be through one document, that is CV or industrial CV or professional CV. So guys, this document will basically talk or will basically speak on your behalf. It will showcase your potential, your ability and your past achievements and your strength and your other extracurricular activity. In short, everything associated with your journey till today from your school education. So it means if you are sharing your CV with the recruiter, so it must be appropriate and it must be designed or written in such a way that it is position specific and that organization specific. It may happen that you are completing your MBA in finance, in operation, in data analytics, in strategic management, in marketing, in IT and softwares. In any of the specialization you may be pursuing your MBA. So you can't make a single type of CV for all the specialization for all the roles. The very first point is, the first very important line is your CV must be organization specific and it must be role specific. It must contain the appropriate keywords related to the services, related to product, the related to roles of that particular organization to which you are applying into. So I have seen in past many times students believe CV is a document which can be only made impactful if they have a lot of information to share, lot of projects, lot of internships and lot of experiences. No, this is not the true case. Even if you hold a very less amount of information or you only associated with few projects and only few achievements, even though your CV can be crafted in best possible way so that it can gives you an at least opportunity at the preliminary state to get shortlisted for the interview or for the succeeding round of your selections into that particular organizations. So you can see behind me the resume checklist. Here I took 9 quick tips to help you get that particular interview into which you are applying or sharing your CV. So guys, there are 3 mantras of very good CV. The very first is excellent formatting. When somebody is reading your document, it must be aesthetic and it must be written in a proper format. Not irregular font size, not irregular spacing and all. It must be in the uniformity and it must be in the regular pattern. Second thing, it may happen in your journey you have lot of skill, you got lot of courses, you got lot of project. Give always priority to those project or those skills which are that particular position specific and that organization specific. Means relevant content on top and in more detail, less relevant content down in the order and in brief. And categorization is very important. It may happen you got skill in technology, you got some skill in management, you need to categorize them properly. It may happen you got some excellent skill in analytics, you need to make it proper categorizations. What kinds of tools and technology you need to make a proper categorization for that. And when you are describing your roles and responsibility in any of your past organization, be very clear and use the measurable term. Let us suppose you are saying you were a market analyst. So what was your achievement? Mention them in a number, quantify them, so that the person sitting in front of you and reading your CV, he can get the lucid or exact information instead of jargons. So you can see here, guys, I have written the very first thing, that is the header. It's clearly mentioned, interviewers check contact info first. Your contact information is very important. So what I'm writing here, put your name on the top and big and bold. Follow a proper pattern. I will be sharing one sample CV. And then city, email only. You need to mention only your city. Like currently you are in Amritsar, you are in Jalandhar, you are in Chandigarh, you are in Delhi, not the exact address. Keep your exact address private. And then you have add a career title or brand statement. It may happen you are into operation, आप operation में MBA कर रहे, it may happen you are doing MBA in the finance. So what is your brand statement, as per that specializations? So you need to use that as title or one brand statement with your CV. Now you can see here page length and word count. I always suggest student, don't go for CV more than 1.5 pages. One page CV is truly impactful CV and very effective CV. And keep in mind, while writing your CV, you can see I have written here, balance the text and white space. It should not like that, okay, in between the balance or white space is very much and somewhere down it's very less. There must be uniformity. That's what I told you people, balance the text and white space. And it's written one page if you have less than 10-year experience. If your experience is less than 10 years, don't extend your CV beyond one page, please. Now moving ahead, you can see this is very, very important. I had written here skill inventory. What I wrote? Skill inventory. So guys, skill in your CV basically tells that whether you are the best fit for that role or not. So it's clearly written here, skill tell if you fit the job or not, and then only list skills matching the role. As I told you, don't mention unnecessary skills. Many times we believe, okay, I know this, I know this, I know that. See, they are looking that what you know specific to their requirement, specific to their organization, specific to their role, because they specifically have designed that job role. There is an entire team of that organization who is working behind designing that job role. So they have some expectation from you. So your skill must be specific to that particular role, not the random skill. Then you can see leave irrelevant skill out. As I told you, if you believe this skill is irrelevant, leave it out, ignore it. Then categorize appropriate way. If you got technology skills, give a heading tech. You got management skills, give a management. You got some programming skill. You got some other data management skills. You got some other skills, sampling skill. You got some other skills, mention those skills, give a proper heading and categorization. Next, going ahead, you can see this is very, very important, career growth. So guys, you need to write your CV in such a way that it showcase or it reflect that you are a continuous learner. Because in today's time where things are changing very rapidly, we are in such technology landscape where we can't rely on one particular technology. If you want to keep a sync with the professional world or industry or corporate world, then you must be a continuous learner. So that you need to reflect through your CV. So what I told here, show continuous learning. Mention your courses and mention your certificate, what you achieved apart from your academic courses. And then also mention their relevance. What is their relevance? That also you need to mention. Mention their relevance. Now going down, I had mentioned here very clear, design and formatting. I told you in the beginning, design and formatting, your resume should be easy to read. Doesn't matter how much information it contain quality informations, it contain irrelevant information. First, it must be easy to read. Second, avoid lots of colors that confuse the scans. See, many times I have seen students start putting lot of multiple colors, multiple font size, multiple textures. Don't do this. Keep a uniformity in the font size, in the formatting. And then you can see use simple fonts and clean lines, as I quoted earlier. And then very important, keep the format uniform, as I told you. So guys, these are very important point which you need to incorporate in your CV. Next, moving ahead, language and tone. See, in your CV, if you're writing at the top in the header the name of some city, and if you're committing their spelling mistake, that is the one of the biggest bad impression, and first impression is the last impression. So guys, these are very minor thing, but they are a very important thing. So you can see here I told keep words easy and to the point. Don't unnecessarily try to create chaos while writing your achievement, your professional experiences, your past results and academic achievements. Use easy words and be to the point and be very specific. Then double check for the spelling mistake. Please don't commit any spelling mistake. Do a double check, because first impression is the last impression. You might have seen few days back in Shark Tank, some people were putting their pitch and there were one mobile number missing. There were only 9 digits, and they were blasted by the mentors in very bad way. So if you do such kind of stuff, your impression will be wrong in the first go, and it may cost you a lot, and you may end up losing that opportunity and not getting shortlisted for the next round. Next, we got use action verbs and upbeat language. See, this is a very important point while writing the CV. Try to prefer use the action verb. We speak about your potential ability. Clear? So next we got some more important point, guys. They are education. In education section, your schooling tells a lot about you, so you need to also mention your school education. And then you can see, if still studying, put school stuff first. It may happen that currently you are pursuing your bachelor, pursuing your MBA, right? So then first give those education priority which you had completed. Then you can see here, only show off big wins or top grades. Means try to mention those achievements which show your big wins or in which you got some top grades. And then we got list academic awards and honors. It may happen during your academic journey you got many awards and many honors in diverse domain. Don't forget to mention. They basically shows the capability of that candidate, the dynamic nature of that candidate, that he is not good into academics also, he can contribute holistically. That is significance of that, and that reflect that information. So then it's come to your job experience. This is very important point. See, work experience project, I wrote it very clearly here. Bosses want to see what you have done well. Instead of writing philosophical way, I told you in the beginning, be very quantifiable. Put the quantitative information, use some clear metrics to mention your achievement and success while working in that particular role. And then second, focus on big project you have developed. On the top, try to mention those projects in detail in which you perform really well and where you had a luxury of handling some big projects. So basically they put more emphasis on your candidate. Then use action words that show you are a doer. So I told you already, don't forget to mention the action words. Note leadership roles or team projects. What kind of leadership skills you played and what kind of collaborative skill you hold during your entire journey. So those all must be there in your CV. So guys, if you see, these all points are very important, which one must took into consideration while writing their CV. It may happen that you'll find these points very common, but when it comes to writing CV, unfortunately 99% of the student miss to incorporate them very effectively and end up writing a very vague and very irrelevant CV. Never boast of unnecessary about your achievement. If you are writing that you know this skill, if you are writing you have done this thing, if you are writing that you got this success, then that must be reflected there in your CV with some prior information, with some proof. And okay, I am assuming that whenever you are going for campus placement, you are carrying the CV as a document. But if you are submitting your CV on some online portal, then don't forget to attach your GitHub link in case you are a very good programmer. Don't forget to mention your portfolio link. Don't forget to mention your LinkedIn profile in the CV. And the very important thing, upload your all certificate, your all awards, your all achievements on the Google Drive, and wherever you are writing about these all awards and honor and certification, paste a link there for that drive. This increase the credibility of your CV and the information which you wrote or which you shared in the CV, and that will help you to stand out in the pool of competitive applicants, and I'm sure you will get through for the next stage. So this is a very brief introductory session what must be there in the CV. So I hope this will help you people a lot. So I wish you all the best.